What was really amazing to me for being in this field school to the Netherlands was seeing the design process of these amazing, famous designers, both the conceptual process and the physical manufacturing of how these objects that are so known to us on this design level and this everyday level, but are so secret in how they're actually made. It was really great seeing that. It was really great seeing the attainability of their design process. That even as a design student in Seattle, that I have the capacity to make these things. And what I really liked was how the ability that these designers had to communicate their idea and their concept, and how confident they were in the idea behind these objects. It made me realize the importance to really believe in your idea, that you need to have a vision and to follow through, and that you yourself need to have that confidence. Being in the Netherlands made me really appreciate what it's like to be in a society that appreciates design. From seeing both how these designers work and where they work, and that they have government support both in the subsidies and education that helps them be experimental and innovative in their field. You could really see that with designers like de Mackersvan, who are relatively new to the design scene, yet they've just risen to this star status because they are given this great education at Design Academy Eindhoven, and were supported by the government to help to make these beautiful things that was really great to see, not only around in the Netherlands, but their objects were being shown at these world-class museums like the Pompidou Center in Paris. So on one level, there's this whole idea that designers can really work and innovate in the Netherlands, but also you can see that design is embedded in the day-to-day life of the middle class, that everyday people really appreciate good design, and that because of that, there's this cycle of these designers who can work and make things that really affect everyday people, and that anybody can really appreciate what well-designed objects mean to the world. My most memorable interview was seeing Claudia Janstra in Friesland, in the northern countryside of the Netherlands. Even the journey there was quite amazing to see the Netherlands outside of a city perspective, and seeing these beautiful wind turbines and agricultural fields, that you get to see this whole other perspective of what it means to be living in a Dutch society. And then going to Claudia Janstra's studio and garden was just so incredible. Seeing that she can work on a hyper local level, using her own dyes and using wool from her own sheep. It was just a whole other perspective for me personally. And I really like the way she works, her system of making objects. I found that really inspiring because it wasn't something that was mass produced. It wasn't something that needed to be imported from China or India. It was truly Dutch, and that was just really different from everything else that we were exposed to on this trip. One of the things that I'm left with ending this field school is the idea of the legacy that we ourselves are leaving. This idea of legacy was something that was discussed prior to going to the Netherlands, but it was something that I didn't really realize the importance of until we ourselves, as a group, were talking to these designers, and how interested many of these designers were in the work that we were doing, and the research and the communication that we are giving to the world by the various interviews and documentary that we're going to make. It really appeared that this work on design in the Netherlands is so unprecedented, and I'm just really appreciate and grateful that I myself can be a part of it.